This is what $100 gets in Japan. So 6 years later, we made it back to Japan. It's crazy to think that when I first kickstarted this YouTube channel, I went on a solo trip for 4 months here to Asia, with spending one of those months here in Tokyo. So I am so excited to be back and explore this city and show you guys what $100 can get you here in Tokyo. So we are starting off this video here at the famous Shibuya crossing. And my gosh, I haven't been here in over 6 years, but this place is still as chaotic as I remember. If you ever want to put in perspective how tiny we are on this planet, come here to Shibuya because it just makes you feel like an ant. Hello!
Hi!
And for this video, we have a very special guest. This is Peace.
What's up, guys?
Peace is a local here in Japan and has been helping me out with the channel for the past 2 years, and we finally get to meet up today. So Peace, where are we going to now?
So we're going to Hedgehog Cafe. Animal cafes are definitely popping in Japan, and definitely Harajuku one is the most poppin' one. Are you excited for this?
Let's do this, man. How do you say let's go in Japanese?
Ikimashou.
Ikimashou! Is that right?
Yep.
So for $10, you get to come here to this Hedgehog Cafe where you get a free coffee as well as get to play with hedgehogs. In New York, for 10 bucks, you barely just get a coffee and there's no free hedgehogs to hang out with, so I consider this a steal. Y'all are lucky that this is like what you get to hang out with as you have your coffee.
I come here every day, so.
Hey, buddy. Whoa. It's very prickly, but actually like kind of sweet at the same time.
I mean, I have to admit, they do have very cute face. Let me just look at them. I'm gonna call her Sonic because she's moving too fast.
Yeah. So these are actually also up for adoption. So if you come here and fall in love with a hedgehog, you can actually take one home. Should we bring one back to New York? Start a Hedgehog Cafe in New York?
The business plan right there.
But I feel like in New York it would be like $70 instead of 10. Then in true Japanese fashion, you get your coffee from a vending machine. What is this?
Meerkat.
Meerkat.
Meerkat. His name is Saburo.
Saburo. Hey Saburo. What the heck is this place? We're like hanging out with Pokemon. This guy.
Oh.
He wants to vlog. So as far as transportation here in Tokyo, it can be a little overwhelming when you do look at the subway map. But Peace is gonna give us a little tip, which is the Suica card.
So Suica card, it's a metro card in Japan, and you can literally use it anywhere. You can use it on a train, vending machine, convenience store. If you have Suica, traveling around Japan will be much easier. You can even use it around Japan as well, not limited in Tokyo. So I highly recommend getting Suica. If you're using it for the first time, the ticket machine, it can be very confusing. So I highly recommend you guys to go to the information booth if you guys want the Suica tickets.
All right, let's get this Suica card. So now we just made it to my personal favorite district here in Tokyo called Akihabara. When I came here 6 years ago, I spent 1 month in this district and it was incredible. They have arcades, anime, and Peace. How would you describe Akihabara?
It's an anime dream world, man. Like if you love Japanese subculture, which is anime, game, and all sort of the stuff, Akihabara is it. Like you can buy any games that you imagine, probably, even the old games, new games. Even that car right there has an anime on it.
Yeah, I remember 6 years ago when I made it here to Japan and got to Akihabara, I was so blown away that this place just felt like a different planet. So the arcades here in Japan are insane. Where this one we're about to go in is literally 9 floors of video games. Boys.
Crazy. Let's try to win something.
I feel like we have officially entered a different planet. So in America we have Dance Dance Revolution, but here in Japan they have it kind of similar with their hands. I let those guys win, but at least I beat Chris. So that was like a 5-minute game for 80 cents. I feel like I could get stuck in one of these arcades all day and just play because that was so much fun and only cost less than $1. What's the longest in one day that you spent in an arcade?
When I was like 3rd grade, I think I spent max $5. I was a good boy, you know. I was at home.
I feel like I could spend all day here. Now for lunch, it's only gonna cost us another 80 cents because we're gonna win it with a crane game and get a cup of noodles.
That's the most Japanese thing that you can ever do in Japan.
Crane game for ramen. Where's the crane?
Oh, you have to stop it at the...
Guess we're buying lunch. So the arcade, so much fun. Unfortunately, we didn't win our lunch of the ramen with the claw game, but now we are about to do something that is a part of the Japanese culture, which is a thing called Pachinko. And Peace, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's almost like an arcade game, but it's gambling where you can actually win money, or?
Yeah, so Pachinko is very popular in Japan. It's like half gambling, half arcade game-ish. There's so many Pachinko stores in Japan and you can definitely spot them and maybe try it out. It's not that expensive to start. It's only around like a couple thousand yen to start.
So yeah, we're gonna take about $7 US and see if we can turn this into a couple extra bucks. It's the first time gambling on the $100 challenge, so curious to see what happens. So once we put our 1,000 yen into the machine, none of us had a clue what was going on. We got an instruction manual and even had an employee try to help us. And the machine started going crazy. We somehow managed to activate a bonus jackpot where we were the 4th biggest winners in the entire casino. We honestly could have kept going, but once we realized we had already spent an hour playing, it was probably best we walk away with our earnings, film the rest of this video, and call it break even for this challenge. So guys, we just turned our 1,000 yen into 41,000 yen. I love Pachinko, I love Japan. Let's get some sushi. Now before we do continue on our Japanese extravaganza, I did want to say how I have been traveling so much this year, and one of the biggest issues I've been facing has been getting good sleep. So I have been using Beam, which is a nighttime blend for a better sleep. And it pretty much tastes like a tasty nighttime hot chocolate. And since using Beam, I have noticed improvements in my sleep, which has resulted in increased ability to stay laser focused, a boost in energy, and a quick reaction time. So Beam uses L-theanine, magnesium, apigenin, reishi, and melatonin that all help with the relaxation and have clinically shown to help improve your sleep. There's also no added sugar and only 15 calories, so it makes for the perfect addition to your nighttime routine. If you guys want to enhance your sleep and try Beam, you can subscribe and save 20%, plus get an additional 15% off and a free frother with my code Conti when you click the link down below. That is up to 35% off the original price. And you can pause, skip, cancel at any time, so there is no risk. Thank you to Beam for sponsoring this portion of the video, and now, back to Japan. Now for lunch, we are going to be going to a place that has conveyor belt sushi. Peace recommended this spot right here, so that this has good quality for the price.
Quality to price ratio is on point. I definitely recommend Kura sushi to everyone.
I love this. Conveyor belt sushi. So one plate of sushi that has 2 pieces costs only $1. I've been able to get $1 sushi in other countries, but nothing that has come close to being this fresh. Oh, look at that! And here it comes. That's what I call fresh, hot off the press. Wow! I'm just gonna keep saying it. I love Japan so much, man. I feel like we're in heaven right now. Who would have known that the cafeteria for heaven was here in Tokyo?
You barely have to lift a finger and the food just comes to you whenever you want it.
Yeah, God himself is cooking back there, puts it on this belt, and it comes right to you. Lucky man that you live here. Guys, we just ate some of the best sushi I've ever had in my life. All of this for $7. I forgot how much of a difference sushi tasted from here in Japan than back home in New York, but truthfully, as soon as the fish hits your tongue, you just feel like you're in heaven. It's just so soft, so fresh. It's worth coming all the way to Tokyo just to try. Also, the Japanese really do love to gamify everything, where even when you have all of your plates, you put them in here and you have a chance to win a souvenir. I love it. Chico, let's see how we do with our plates. We won! You won, bro. Whoa! Wow. Chris tried doing it twice and he didn't get it. I don't know what's with me today. We gotta go back to the Pachinko machine. So since we did only spend $7 for lunch, I think that calls for balling out a little bit for some traditional Japanese desserts. Let's get some Kakigori. So this is Kakigori, which is a very traditional dessert here in Japan. And it's this very shaved ice that's almost like artisan ice cream. You can get it with a bunch of different flavors, even fruits on it, but in true Brett fashion, I went with the chocolate. Also, this entire thing is $8, so you could split this entire thing with probably 3 other people. I'm gonna have this thing all to myself. Sorry, Chris. Let's dig in. The thin shaved ice just melts as soon as it hits your tongue and all the flavors just explode in your mouth. Certified flavor bomb. Well, we absolutely crushed that. And since it is so light and fluffy, I could easily run back another one. We probably shouldn't though.
I don't even understand how much sugar's in this thing, but it's a must try.
And now we just made it here to the Sensoji Shrine. If you do come here to Japan, you gotta come check out the shrines and the temples, since they are such a prominent part of the Japanese culture and great for photos. So within these 2 years of working with Peace, he has been telling me I need to come back to Japan and go to Yokohama to have ramen. And what I've learned from traveling and living in New York City is that sometimes the best and more affordable food options is just outside of the city. So after a 15-minute train ride, we made it here to Yokohama. So Peace, why is the ramen so much better here in Yokohama?
There's a bunch of local stores in Yokohama for their Ieke ramen, which is pork broth based soy sauce mixed soup, and they're one of the best kinds of ramen that you will ever have in your entire life, and Yokohama is known for that. And there's even a ramen museum which you can taste ramens from different type of places in Japan in this one facility. So ramen is a big deal in Yokohama, and if you like ramen, you don't want to stay in Tokyo. You need to come out here and try some fire ramens.
I feel like I have been waiting these past 2 years for this moment, so let's get this ramen. So this is the place that we're going to for some ramen. Peace. How do you say that?
Yokohama style ramen, and the name is Yamazakiya.
So we've been waiting 2 years for this moment. Let's see if this is worth the hype.
Don't worry about it.
Konpai?
Kanpai.
Definitely, unlike how they make the ramen in New York, pretty darn phenomenal. This really is a testament to the Japanese culture and standard that they have for food and pretty much everything in this country. The fact that this is only $7 is so mind-blowing. In New York, a ramen will cost you about $17, and it's even questionably good. So I would definitely say, well worth the 2-year wait. And the trip to Yokohama, for sure. 15 minutes right outside the city, gotta come here and get some ramen. So Tokyo is the most populated city in the entire world with over 38 million people, making it really expensive for real estate, whether that's apartments, homes, or even hotels. So tonight, we are going to be staying in something that's very popular here called a capsule hotel. The one we got is 33 bucks and on the more luxury side of a capsule hotel. So let's show you guys what we're working with. When you stay at a capsule hotel in Japan, you can expect it to be one of the cleanest and coziest stays you'll ever have. You will always have a fresh capsule with clean sheets, a light, fan, and outlets. Most capsule hotels will also include a small amenities kit with a large and small towel for showering, a toothbrush, a set of pajamas, and since we're in Japan, some slippers for the inside. The communal facilities are also super clean, and after a long day of exploring Tokyo, this is a great place to rest your head. But before we do that, we still need to experience some of the unique nightlife here in Tokyo. So now we're going out. We are here in an area called Piss Alley, and this name came about because there's a ton of bars down this tiny alley, and people pissed here. Or at least they used to, because back in the day there were no bathrooms, but now luckily it's a lot more sanitary and it's a great place to go out for some drinks. What's your name?
Bert.
Bert, we just ran into Bert. Where are you from?
Odessa, Texas.
Odessa, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Dude, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, bro.
Enjoy the rest of your night. So to start off the second day, we're gonna be going to another really cool cafe. This one has 3D art printed into the lattes. The only thing is, it is very popular. So when we came here, they told us we had to wait about 40 minutes. So we're gonna use that time wisely and go get one of my favorite things to get in different countries. As we wait for caffeine, sugar rush will have to do. A lot of people know Japan for their sushi and ramen, but what a lot don't know, they're also known for their candy. Best candies in Japan. Thank you. Japan makes all of your childhood dreams come true. Pikachu and my cappuccino. Let's try it. Traveling to Tokyo may seem super expensive, but I was surprised at all of the amazing things I got to do and try that made me feel like I was a kid again. From all of the amazing arcade games, cafe experiences, it is surprisingly very easy to travel this amazing city, all with a budget of $100. Thanks again to Beam for sponsoring this video, and be sure to click the link down below if you want to try the dream powder for yourself. Until next week, let's get out and get busy in the next one.